Shedeur Sanders after the game. All right, Colorado catches a lot of heat for kind of the way that they act. Went up to Nicolosi, the quarterback at Colorado State. I want to play the clip first, and then we're going to talk about it. Let's play it after Colorado had beaten them. Play the clip.
Talk your shit on Instagram. All right, keep talking. Our business. Keep talking.
All right, here's what to me, I got the only issue I have with this at all is that he didn't shake his hand. Because to me, I would have shook your hand and brought you in and told you. I'm not going to tell you from 5 feet away, and I don't even want the cameras to hear me. I just want you to know that I know I did it to you again. Because Colorado State ran their mouth all week on social media. Like Colorado talks, and we see it. Shiloh talked before the Nebraska game or whatever. But Colorado State ran their mouth too. If you run your mouth about me on social media and then we beat you, after the game, I'm going to go up to you and shake your hand like a man. I'm going to bring you in close. And I'm gonna let you know, like, I don't want the buzz around. I don't want people to hear me. I just want you to know that we did it to you again, and that if you're gonna run your mouth and you don't back it up, I'm gonna let you know what I think. I got no problem with this other than he didn't shake his hand and kind of bring him in. And really, that to me, if your whole goal was to be like have that gotcha moment, I think you make it even more personal to me. But outside of that, I got no problem.
I ain't shaking the hand of a man who says he's going to go talk shit about me on a podcast. I don't got to shake his hand. Why I got to shake your hand? I'm going to let the whole world know what we just did.
They did.
Don't they know? You're lucky I didn't bring it. You're lucky I didn't bring in a mariachi band at the end of the game and started celebrating on the 50. All the cameras, all the microphones, everything you can bring, tell it to the world. You want to get there on a podcast and tell it to everybody? I don't got to shake your hand.
Well, I got to shake your hand. I just think it's more, it makes it hurt even worse for them. And I think it's the more kind of, I guess, manly is the best word to describe it thing to do. I mean, I'll shake your hand. That's fine. But when I shake it, I'm going to bring it in. I'm going to let you know, like, at the end of the day, you're 0 for 2, buddy. Not only that, we greased you at your place after all the stuff you said. So I've got no problem with saying it. I would have just liked it to be a little bit even more personal, but maybe I'm
loud with it. See, it'd be different if they were quiet with it, but they're loud.
Yeah, if you're going to talk that much trash before the game, it's a little surprising that you would go up and shake the man's hand. But we see fighters do this all the time. I see fighters go and try and sell fights. They go and sell the pay-per-view before, and they're legitimately fighting each other. And that's not a football game. And then they'll hug each other. I see two boxers who just beat each other to death almost, go hug each other after the fight, because that's the competitor in them, and they're like, hey, we wouldn't.
Well, and as crazy as this sounds, and I'm not the biggest fan in the world of it, but look, college football is a business. Like, you're kind of trying to sell the fight a little bit, right? We see college football analysts do this all the time, and maybe not the players. Maybe that's a little bit too far. But I also want to say this. I've been very critical about some of the ways that Colorado has handled themselves in pregame and stuff like that, and a lot of people have, and I think that's kind of what turns some people off from Colorado. But I'm going to keep that same energy for the way Colorado State has handled themselves. Remember, before the game last year, Jay Norvell was running his mouth about Colorado before the game to the media. That's what sparked it all. That's why I think you saw this animosity carry over even more. But Colorado State was running their mouth as much as Colorado was. But people weren't giving the same energy to Colorado State doing it as they were to Colorado. Now, has Colorado kind of brought that on themselves a little bit more? I guess. Maybe this is more isolated for Colorado State to Colorado, but I'm the type person, like, I'm going to bring the same energy based on a result, or if somebody acts a certain way. And this is 2 years in a row where whether it's the players or the coach has run his mouth about Colorado before the game, right? So I've got no problem with this interaction at the end.
It seems like you legitimately treated Colorado State like a worthy opponent when you do that to me. Because, see, like, I was thinking Shedeur Sanders is #1 quarterback in the country, like first overall draft pick. Like, that's what you should be playing yourself as to me.
Yeah, but how many opportunities is Colorado going to get to actually talk trash after a game? That's what
That's what I'm at. Like, is that where we are as a mindset? We gotta celebrate and talk trash while we can because we're really not a good football team. Or was that just like a small time foe in your schedule?
Well, it is a rival too, right?
Like,
so I guess there's that aspect.
You're the best quarterback in the country.
Yeah,
or you just in the moment, like, oh, I'm going to talk down to Colorado.
Well, you look at the rest of that schedule, and listen, Colorado was better than Colorado. Colorado State's bad up front. I think people forget. Look, Texas is really good, but they dropped them like a bad habit in week 1. Texas did, just beat them up. Colorado State, not a very good football team on the line of scrimmage. This is one of the few times where I think Colorado is even ahead of the team they're going to play on the line of scrimmage as opposed to what they're going to be facing down the year. So that being aside, I think it was taking advantage of an opportunity, right? And how many other teams are going to talk trash to Colorado the way that Colorado State did? So
kind of did them a favor.
Yeah, a little bit. I think they did. We want to know what you guys think. Hey, YouTube, we're flying to 200,000. And with your help, we can get there and make a safe landing and then take off again. But please, if you haven't, turn that notification bell on too and leave a comment under the videos. Again, without you guys, there is no us. Agree or disagree. And hopefully it's a lot of disagree.